everybody! Welcome to this week's Godly Play. I'm so excited to learn about another story with you today, but I thought we could start off with a song. So we're going to talk about how just because we talk, well, birds sing, and ducks go quack, and a cow goes moo. And so, just because we all talk a little different, doesn't mean that anybody's more important than anybody else. And all together, all the sounds of the creatures make up the choir of all of the creatures that God has made, that has put on this planet, so that we can all live together in harmony with one another. And so, we're going to talk about how everybody sings a little differently, but how everybody's important to make up the sound of God's choir. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Listen to the top where the little bird sings on the melodies, where the high notes ringing and the hoot owl cries over everything, and the blackbird disagrees. Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day, and the little duck quacks and he's on his way, and the otter hasn't got much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Dogs and the cats, they make up the middle, while the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles and the donkey bays and the pony neighs and the old gray badger sighs. Listen to the basics, the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with the big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Alright, so to start about our story today, we're going to pass it over to Miss Laura, and she's going to share a story about a man named Noah and all of the creatures that he got to meet on his adventure. So, without further ado, let's hear our story.
Hello. Today we're going to tell the story of the flood and the ark. And I brought my campfire friends along so they can listen to the story with us. So here's the story. When God created everything, He said, "It is very good." Then people began to do bad things. God decided to send a great flood of water to wash everything clean and make it new again. Then God saw a good family. The father was Noah. He had a wife and 3 sons. They had wives also. Noah walked with God. He came close to God, and God came close to Noah. He came so close to Noah that Noah knew what God wanted him to do. God wanted Noah to build a big boat called an ark. Noah and all his family began to build the ark. As they were building the ark, animals came from all 4 corners of the earth. They came 2 by 2. The animals came to fill the ark. When the ark was finished and all the animals were on the ark, it began to rain. Water came down from the heavens and up from the earth. It rained and rained and rained. At first it was like any other rain, but the rain kept on coming and the puddles ran together. And soon The water covered everything. When the creatures on the ark looked out into the rain, all they could see was water. It rained and it rained and it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. But God did not forget the creatures on the ark. After 40 days and 40 nights, the rain stopped. Then God sent a great wind, and the wind began to make the water go down. Noah took a dove. He held it carefully in his hand, and then he sent it forth. It flew and flew and flew, and then the dove returned to Noah. There was still nothing but water. Noah waited 7 days. He sent the dove out again, and the dove flew and flew and flew. And this time when the dove came back, he had a green olive leaf in his mouth. Noah waited 7 more days, and he sent the dove out again. This time, the dove did not come back. He found a home. He made a nest and stayed there. Now the water kept going down. Finally, the ark came to rest upon the earth. All the creatures began to come back out of the ark. They were so happy to be home, they could not help. They had to say their prayers and try to say how happy they were to God. They made an altar and gave thanks to God. Suddenly, all the creatures saw a great bow in the sky. It was a bow of many colors. You can still see it today when there is rain and the sun is shining. It is called a rainbow. We can't get a whole rainbow in our room, but if you look at this prism, hold it up to the light and look carefully, you can see a piece of the rainbow in it. The rainbow was God's sign to say that He will never send a flood to the earth again. The creatures then went to all 4 corners of the earth and filled it up with life again. Now I wonder, what part of this story do you like best? I wonder, what is the most important part of this story? I wonder where you are in this story and what part of this story is about you. I wonder if there's any part of the story we can leave out and still have the story we need. I wonder if you have a boat at home, or you can draw a boat. I wonder if you could tell this story to your mom or dad, sister or brother, or a friend.
Isn't that an amazing story? I can't even imagine what it must have been like to be on that ark. Can you? And then to see that big, beautiful rainbow and the dove coming back to let us know that it was time for us to put our feet back on the ground. Wow, there's a perfect song to help us remember this amazing story. And so I thought before we left today that maybe I could share that with you. So we're going to sing a song called the Arky Arky Song, and we're going to learn and review what happens to Noah and the ark. So here we go. Noah, there's gonna be a floody, floody Lord. Told Noah. hope you liked our story today. Let's tell us what your favorite parts were. Tell us what questions you have. And then we can't wait to see you back next week for another Godly Play. Have a great day, everybody!